Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome back from your holidays. I hope you had nice exam, enjoyed your exams and your holidays. So, hi Tabitha,
Hi, Priscilla. How you doing?
I'm fine and you?
I'm good, good, good.
So unfortunately, Adil and Olivia cannot join us today as they have other commitments, but they're saying hi. They sent us to say hi to you. So Tabitha, how was your holiday? Did you enjoy yourself? And how do you feel coming back?
Oh no, the holiday was fantastic. It was good being in the sunshine and eating food from home. It's always nice just being home. And I think the best thing is not having to be an adult because your parents are there cooking for you. So it was really nice. It was really nice. I did enjoy being away. I was a bit sad coming back, but Glasgow is always home. So it was good to be back.
Okay, that's really interesting. I wish I also went home, but I didn't. But that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy my holiday.
Yeah,
I stayed there.
how did you find an English or rather a UK holiday?
Well, so my husband and I went to Edinburgh, and I think out of everybody that told us to go to Edinburgh, nobody told us there will be nothing happening on the 25th, which was the Christmas day. The whole street was just dry. We couldn't even get food to eat. It was that bad, but we enjoyed it the next day and the next day. It was fun, and I also had some little fun in Glasgow as well. So I didn't really miss not going back home, but I'm sure that's because I didn't go at all. But I mean, I enjoyed my holiday and coming back. Well, at least we are back. It's not really easy coming back, after such a long holiday, enjoying yourself. Enjoyment is good. So, anyways, we are back and it's time to get back to work and everything we haven't been doing before. So, today's session is going to be real quick. So I'm just going to ask. I think our last Ask the Officer was on the 16th, if I'm correct, of December. And most of us probably went home just after that and just resuming. So, but do you have anything you've done since then? Or if not, this is the beginning of another trimester B. What are your plans? What are you up to for the next 2 weeks or thereabouts? And your
Yeah,
plans for trimester B?
yeah, definitely. So since I've actually just come back from holiday, so there's nothing much I've been able to do between Christmas and today. However, throughout the holiday break and through the beginning of January, we were working on the college racism campaign. And if you can all remember from my first year of running, that has always been my hope and dream and part of the tackling racism recommendations to hold a racism campaign. So it is coming live to all our campuses. So you'll be seeing a lot of racism materials going around campus through emails, through the pictures around our university as well. So if you're a student, staff member, alumni, or just somebody who is part of the GCU community, you're welcome to join this campaign because it's very important for all of us to work towards equality and diversity, particularly for all our students. And it's just fantastic to see the university take the forefront for this campaign and run one for both the staff and students and be able to, get to a point where all our students and staff feel safe enough to one, challenge racist behaviors, to call it out, and three, change their own racist behaviors. So it's fantastic to see that this is something that's going to launch before the time I leave my role as an FTO. But coming up for Try B is just more so working on my individual objectives and also working with the team on our team objectives. I have big dreams and hope to achieve them before June when I unfortunately have to leave. But that will be my main focus, ensuring that I give my best for the last few months I have in this job.
That's really good. I think for me, what I would say, just like Tabitha said, basically went on holiday after 16th, and there hasn't been much to do. But something I know I've been doing together with some other member of GSBS is the positive impact rating survey that we've been trying to, bring up. Although we have met the target, but in some way we couldn't meet the target for the postgraduates. We made a target for the undergraduate. So if you are a GSBS student and you are a postgraduate taught student, please just try to go to the GCU Student Association website and look for the just search for the positive impact rating survey and try to fill it out. Is just, letting the university or the business school know how it has been impacting, and or if it has not been impacting. I mean, that's why we are students. We need to get our voices heard from in various places. So now this is the time for us to say, oh, GSBS is not doing enough or GSBS is doing fantastic, just so we GSBS can know how to improve or things it shouldn't do or things it should keep doing. So if you have not filled it yet, kindly fill it and tell your friends to also fill it. So that's what I've been up to. And for what I'll be up to in the next few days, just like Tabitha said, coming back, the past few months has been trying to, get to know what we will do. But from this January and to the end of May is the time where we can have enough time to really, get our objectives done. So I'll also try and be working. We have just 4 months, if I'm being realistic, to get this done. So trying to look at the appropriate people to talk to and the appropriate fundings and the appropriate things to do to get our individual objectives done, and also the team objectives as well. We are also working on that to make sure it's all done by the time we are leaving office, if we are leaving. I'm not saying yet if I'm coming back or not, but just to make sure everything is done, whether I am coming back or not. So I think that's it for me. And I just want to ask, we're just coming back to Try B, and coming back to Try B is newly coming for some students. Some students are getting to the uni for the first time this Try B, especially, I think that's especially postgraduate taught students, if I'm right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
some PGR
Yes.
are, yes. So some people are just coming in newly into the system, and we have people that have gone on holidays, people that just finished their exams, trying to come back next week, which is our week 1. So what advice would you have for both the new students and the returning students?
I think for the new students, is just to start engaging from the get go. There's lots of activities happening that's being planned by ourselves at the Students Association. So we have our refreshers
Mhm,
fair that's beginning on the 1st of February, and there'll be an opportunity to meet our sports teams and societies and do come and tries. There's also a pottery event, and I know
mhm,
Priscilla is organizing on the 4th of February a postgraduate lunch at the
mhm.
Students Association building. So that's on level 1,
Zero.
which level 0, sorry.
Mhm,
So yep, thanks for the correction. So for all postgraduate students, we know it's usually quite difficult, particularly for postgraduate students, to integrate because it's quite a lonely time doing your research or being a
I know.
postgrad student. So this is a good opportunity to meet other people who are in the same boat as you, but just get engaged. I think it's quite fantastic that the world is slowly opening up and we're getting to see more in-person activities happening on campus. So if you do have the opportunity, please do engage. Get in touch with us at the Students Association. We have so many, as I've said, sports clubs. We have so many societies, and most of them are either hobby based or course based. So if you find that there's one that you don't really resonate with, you could always start your own, and you could just contact any one of us, and we're always happy to help you and your fellow friends, start a society that is, of course, within our guidelines and our values as a university. So do get engaged, get in touch with us, and just indulge with everything the university has to offer because there's so much.
Mhm. I totally agree. I think I don't want to call it a mistake, but I think the oversight that some students have when coming in is, trying to do things on their own. I know it's good, but like a saying goes that no one is an island of knowledge. So, come, especially if you're an international student, you're coming into a system that you don't really know so much about. So my advice would be, don't keep to yourself. Try to engage with other people, try to engage with the students association. And one thing I would say, don't take for granted, is the service of the advice center, both for the students association and the advice center for the different schools itself. Whenever you have an issue, always make sure you make use of the advice center and the LDC as well. That's very important. So from the, like Tabitha said, as soon as we resume from the get-go, get things going already, especially when it comes to courseworks, submission. Don't I mean like many students like to wait until deadline, which is usually which usually backfires. So my advice would be don't wait until I mean the deadline before you start working on your courseworks. And don't just be, I mean, it's good. You came here because of your education, but then there are other side things that would make you feel alive and feel like a community, like you are in a community, and that's getting involved with different activities and different clubs and societies with the students association. And there are a lot of things you can do. And if you can't find anything that resonates with you, you can always start yourself as well, which is very okay. So that would be my advice. And thank you, Tabitha, for your advice as well. So I guess we are, I mean, I was targeting 15 minutes, but it's 10 minutes, so
I
it's
think
not too bad.
there's still
I
one thing to plug though, Priscilla, as you mentioned. We're obviously coming to the beginning of election season. So
Oh.
full-time officer nominations are up and running. And if you are a student who's a current student or a student in your fourth year, you're eligible to run for elections. Any GCU student is eligible to run for elections, so you can go ahead, and there's so many resources on our GCU student website encouraging students, past officers, current officers. There's also Sarah, who is our student voice leader, who you could speak to about running for elections, or you can approach any one of the current full-time officers. So the nominations have been open since the 10th of January, and I'm
Mhm.
assuming they close on the 18th of February.
Yeah.
So you still have just a bit over 20 days to think about
Mhm.
if you want to run or not. But I could tell you from my own experience that it's been something fruitful. So if you're thinking about it, put your name forward or consult anyone within the Students Association, because it'll be fantastic to see a variety of students run, so that we ensure that everyone within our student body is represented through our full-time officers. So you can get the link on our student website. So that's www.gcustudents.co.uk.
Dot code. Yeah.
.co.uk. Yeah. So if you're a student at GCU, whether London or Glasgow, so it applies to both GCU London students and GCU
Mhm.
Glasgow.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Tabitha. I think that was really needed. And there's one other announcement that I mean I would like us to make, and that's about the student leaders program. I don't know, has it started already?
Yeah, definitely. So thanks for reminding me about that. Yes, the Student Leaders Program has started, and the workshops are beginning from the 7th of February. But you can also get more information from our GCU website, GCU Students website, sorry. So there's two different websites. There's the university website and the Students Association website.
Mhm.
So you can get in touch with Scarlett, who is the staff lead on that, who can help you with your registration. As we mentioned, and for any new student who doesn't know, our student leaders program has gone through a refresh. So it's a brand new program with fantastic new things that we did in partnership with Skill Development Scotland. That's getting you ready for employability after university, and building those much needed meta skills for all our students at GCU. So it's eligible to all GCU students. So you don't need to be a volunteer, or you don't need to be part of any sports club or society to join. Any GCU student, by virtue of you being accepted as a student, are eligible to do the student leaders program.
Yeah, and basically, it's not just at this stage we don't just think about the present; we think about the future. It's not something you need now alone. It's something that would work for you, and you'll be very happy that, oh, I saw this opportunity and I took it. I mean, that's what the student leaders program is about. I guess that would be all. Except Tabitha, do you think we are leaving out any announcements we
Actually,
should?
something has just come into mind. I know Olivia is working on PhilFab Feb, and
Yes.
PhilFab Feb starts from the 1st of February, as you can imagine, PhilFab Feb, and there's lots of activities happening throughout the month of February. So there'll be a lot of mindfulness activities. There'll
Mhm.
be a lot of sports clubs and volunteers getting involved as well in PhilFab. I know the Circle, which is a society within the Students Association, is organizing a Galentine's event. So there's lots and lots happening through the month. So have a look at Olivia's social media pages. I'm sure she'll be updating very soon, as well as our student association Facebook pages. And I'm sure the rest of us full-time officers will also be sharing this information once Olivia has them out. But FILFAP Feb is usually quite amazing. There's always tours, there's always walks. So it's a good way for you to just work on your mental health, because mental health is very important, and just, also getting involved in well-being activities. So look out for FILFAB Feb. But I think that's it from me.
Okay. I think one more thing I just remembered is the International Women's Day for 2022. So we are encouraging. I mean, I would probably put this out on my social media, so you can get in touch with me, and maybe the officers will also help share it. So we need some quotes and some probably videos of yourself if you can, or pictures if you want. So we'll be using a gallery of few pictures of people doing the sign. I think this is the sign. I can't really remember. This is the sign. So if you are okay with sharing your picture and some quotes about women and what they are doing, is something that would really be appreciated. So I'll put it up on my social media in case you want to be part of it. So I guess that'll be all for today. Thank you, everyone, for those that will be watching it later and those that are there now. So we'll see you in 2 weeks' time, and try to keep up with us on our social media pages. Thank you, Tabitha, and bye, everyone.
Right, bye.
Bye.